hosting us today here at Centennial, and for your teachers. A really big thank you to them.
As the group gathers to start the day, the foundation is laid quickly. This isn't just a process to equip teachers, it's a way for the administrators themselves to learn and grow.
But it's more than just the feedback. It is getting into the planning and preparation phase, the beginning, middle, and end of a lesson, or the launch, explore, and close that you will see with our CPM math.
So Kate, if I flip a penny, what's the probability I'm going to get heads? 50%.
Building leaders split into two groups and visited 4 different classrooms for this set of instructional rounds. They spent 40 minutes in each class and then reconvened to deconstruct what they observed. Step 1, to delve into what's going well. This is a brief recap of Tyus Archuleta's Math 2 classroom.
So let's talk about celebration. So Jason, I think let's talk about that teachable moment. So I think a celebration is he paused the class to address a misconception.
So going back to that conversation we had earlier, you guys told me this. It's got a better one.
He was met with a challenge at one point too when he was doing the 0.05% to the pen didn't work. Kind of incorporate a little bit of humor though, and then the kids all just kind of rallied around him. The pen, he dropped that one, I need another one, and the kid, nope, that one didn't work, and another one, they brought him a pen, and just, it was seamless.
Now you're gonna take a highlighter, don't actually use highlighter on my whiteboards, but circle all those spots in your area model, all the outcomes in your sample space in which Kylie gets saved.
Students were very comfortable coming to him with questions and getting clarification.
Really great rapport, the trust, he's built the trust with students, but has a really great rapport.
Give me the probability of us being able to save you. Right? Fill out that area model, and what is the probability that they do have the same blood type?
Obviously the celebrations, all of that should be shared with Tyus. That should be celebrated for sure. But opportunities, if we hand this poster, if we hand an opportunities poster to a teacher, it is crushing the weight of that.
So, what's the next small thing for the teacher, but also, as a building leader, don't get hung up on this math example. The instructional rounds process is designed to equip you regardless of whether you're an expert in the subject matter.
And I think when we're looking at this observation tool, and any of you can, I'm confident, looking at these things, and then when you say, oh, I couldn't check that one off, then that's the question you ask. Tyus, I didn't notice that I didn't see that you asked students to explain their strategies to the class, right? So that's what my hope is with this tool. We made it so exhaustive, so robust that there's gonna be something on there that you don't check off that you can start a conversation with your teacher about.
Look at what you have here. They are taking this, they're adding it to this one, and this one. What are they doing wrong?
And here's the thing, this process repeated itself in Rebecca Metzler's class and the other 2 classrooms that were visited as well.
One thing that I noticed from Becca was there was a group when we were in there that was just completely stuck, and they were just kind of sitting there, and she had eventually, she was working with another group, she eventually found her way over, but instead of telling them exactly how to do the problem, she got them started, and then she's like, okay, once you find that answer, I want you to turn to your group next to you and see if it matches with theirs.
From the teacher's perspective, yes, it's a little different having several adults in the classroom, but not a big deal. They welcomed the opportunity to learn and improve their craft.
Honestly, I didn't really notice. I feel like when we're doing whiteboards, it's always kind of a little chaotic. So when everybody came in, I heard everybody come in, but it didn't really deter. I feel like my students were really good about still doing their work, and I was still walking around helping them. So it wasn't that weird.
You guys just saw a lesson be taught, and no matter how good or bad it was, without feedback and without trying to grow or without trying to change something, I'm gonna give that same lesson to the same students next year and the same students next year. But students are always changing, right?
Yeah, sure.
And if you're not changing your lessons, I don't think you're giving the best quality instruction to those students. So that should look different next year in some way, in my opinion.
So, the way we teach should look different. The way we approach difficult conversations as leaders should look different. And the instructional rounds model is a way to accomplish just that. The takeaways were huge.
And we had some amazing conversations. It was awesome being on the other side of it and being the learner myself.
My wheels are spinning right now. How do I replicate this process right here with my building leaders?
I see this as just another thread to take our teachers overall to that next level of achievement.
It's very interesting to see it come together and then to discuss it and then to put it up. And just that clarity is what I really enjoyed today.
That's a big step for our system. That's a big step for an individual teacher, but then to have that grown in the building and have our instructional rounds just be part of what we do in a building, of having adults walk through and not offering feedback to the teacher necessarily. It is to take away. What am I going to take from what I just observed to improve my own practice? That's the value in it.